Hi, so I'm going to show you how to make a totem pole infinity bracelet, and here's how. So you're going to take one color and go all the way down the loom like you would for most other bracelets. So this is what it looks like when you finish with one side. And then after that, you're going to do the other side the exact same way. Here's what it looks like when you finish placing both sides of the rubber bands. Next, you're going to take a different color and go all the way down the middle of the loom. Just like this. When you finish placing all of the bands down the middle, it should look like this. After you finish with that, take one more color and make V's all the way down. But make sure you always start on one side. Like, I'm always going to start with my V's on this side of the loom. Make sure that you skip the first spot right here. So you're going to do this all the way down the loom. When you finish with the V's, it should look like this. But make sure you skip the very first one and the very last two V. If you did put it on either one of those, please take it off. So with your next color, you're gonna make little arrows all the way up the loom. You're gonna do this until you reach the end, but don't do the very last one. So the V's and the arrows will eventually start to look kind of like a little diamond, minus the first and last one. Skip the very last peg when you make your arrows, so don't go like that. After this, you're gonna take whatever color you did for your outside looping or your middle, and take that and twist it into a cap band. Place it on that first pin. The last pin. Now you're gonna flip your loom around and start looping. So first, you're going to go underneath your cap band and take your first middle band that you placed and loop it up. After that, you're going to take your one side of your V's, or if you flipped your loom back around, it would be your arrows, and loop them up so there's kind of like these two pins both have one of the V's. You're going to loop it from inside of your middle band that kind of made a triangle when you looped your other one, and loop it up just like this. You're going to do the same thing with your arrows, or if your loom was still flipped around the other way, your V's. After you've done that, take the next middle and loop it up just the same as you did before. After this, you're still going to loop up your V's. Mine are turquoise. Loop them up to the pins that they belong on. You're going to do the exact same thing with your arrows. Mine are blue. You're going to do the same thing all the way down the loom. And each time you loop that set of bands, it should look kind of like this. So, like I said before, loop up both sides of your V, then loop down both sides of your arrow. After that, loop up your middle again. Loop both sides of the V up to their pins, and loop both arrows down to the pins. You might want to push some of your bands down because it does get kind of thick on all of the pins, and then some of your bands might slip off. So, and then you just have to loop your next band up. So here we are, almost to the very last one, and you're just going to do the same thing that you've been doing and loop your V's first, and then you're going to loop your arrows down. Oopsies. Mine just fell off. Problem fixed, so let's keep on going. So on the very last one, just loop your middle band up. So you're going to loop your V's like you have been this entire time now. And then after that, loop your arrows. Make sure that you always start on one side, like I'm always starting on the left side of my loom looping. And then on the final one, just loop the band up, and then you're ready to start with the. So you're going to go underneath the top band, whichever band can come on top of the other. This is it all done up one side. After this, you're going to go back under your cap band, and it should be a lot easier now because there should only be one band other than the cap band there. And you're going to loop it up and diagonally, either to the right or left. I'm looping to the right, depending on what side you did first. Then, just like you did on the other side, you're going to go under and loop it all the way straight up, and you're going to have to do this all the way down the loom. Again, you just have to make sure that you go under every single band, and then you can grab yours. Then once you're finishing up this last side, you're still going to do the exact same thing and go underneath all of these bands to grab your bottom one. So you're going to go straight up until you reach right here, and then you're, just like you did on the other side, you're going to have to go underneath it and loop it diagonally, whichever side, to the center pin. And then sometimes I just like pushing my pin down even though we don't do any more looping. So next you're going to have to tie this last one off, because it would be way too hard to put a C-clip on all of that. So to tie it off, you're going to take any color you want. I'm going to take the color that I used for my cap band and the color that's in the middle. And you're going to turn your stick around so that the hook part of it is facing inwards. And you're going to reach it outwards and put your band on it. You're going to pull it up. This is one of the tricky parts, because you can only grab the exact same band. You can't take any other band off of there and bring it onto your hook. So then you're going to take the other side of the band that you were holding in your hand and put that on the hook too. After this, you're going to pull the bracelet off. Okay, so here's your bracelet, but this is going to be way too short, so you're going to have to make it longer. I always do this on my fingers, but some people can do it on the loom. You're going to stretch your band out over your fingers, or you can place it on the loom like this and then just loop it like you would a single chain. And then you're going to take another band and make a single chain with it all the way until it's long enough for your wrist. Okay, so after this I'm going to show you how you would do it on loom too, just in case you don't know how to do it on your fingers. So like here, this is what it would look like this. And then you would just put a C-clip on it right here, but I am going to show you how to do it on the loom too, so I'm going to take this part apart. But you have to be very careful that you don't take the band that you tied off and let go of it. Never let go of it, because then your whole bracelet might fall apart. So you flip your loom around so that your arrow is facing away from you, and place this, the band that you used to tie off, on one of the hooks. Well, actually, sorry, you have to place a different band underneath it and then put it on top. And then go like this with as many as you think you need. I'm only going to use 5. And then once you have those set up, you're going to flip your loom around. And just like you would on a single chain, you're just going to loop them up, just like this. And then when you get to the one on this peg, you may have to push it down a little bit. And then you're going to place a C-clip on this very last band. And then this is kind of tricky. You're going to have to place one right here too. Oops. So this part is kind of tricky. This is why I always do it on my fingers, because I think that putting this last C-clip on is kind of hard. Okay, but I got it. You just have to make sure that you got every single band looped on there. So, and then you're going to take your cap band that you used and stretch it out enough, like on your fingers, and take the other side of the end C-clip and attach it. So here is your infinity totem pole, and I hope you liked the video.